For a long time, I saw women as incredibly complex beings. But as I got older and gained more experience, I started seeing a pattern. Even though every woman is unique, they all reacted in the exact same way when I did certain things. What happened with one woman would happen again with the next. That's when it hit me. Women aren't just complicated. They operate within a hidden system. After years of experience in studying female psychology, I started to understand this system. And today, I want to share what I call the map of the female mind. This map has 8 rules that govern how women think. If you get these, you'll know exactly how to connect with them. So, let's start. The first rule you have to grasp is the constant conflict a woman lives with between desire and morals. You see, a woman doesn't just walk in a straight line toward what she wants. Inside her mind, there's always a huge internal struggle. It's a battle between what she deeply craves and what she believes is right or socially acceptable. For example, she might see a man she finds incredibly attractive, someone who stirs up a powerful desire inside her. But at the same time, a voice in her head says, "No, he's not right for you," or "You're not supposed to feel this way." So she finds herself pulled in 2 different directions. She's drawn to him, but she's also hesitant. She might take one step toward her desire, then a step back toward her morals. This internal tension is what makes her seem contradictory to men. You might see her get a little closer, then suddenly pull away. You feel she's into you, then she creates distance. But this isn't random. It's a reflection of an inner conflict she hasn't resolved yet. This duality isn't a weakness. It's the very foundation of the feminine psyche. Desire pulls her forward, but her values hold her back. The result is often shifting decisions and confusing behavior. So if you really want to understand a woman, never just look at what's on the surface. The smile you see might be hiding resistance, which in turn could be hiding a desire greater than you can imagine. When you're dealing with any woman, don't just take her first action or first word at face value. Always try to see what's behind it, because inside her, there's a whole world you can't see. The second rule answers a very important question. Why does a woman always test you before she gets involved? I can promise you, no woman in the world will get into a relationship without testing the man first. A lot of guys think these tests are just games, but the truth is much deeper. Her subconscious mind is always searching for one thing, a feeling of safety. Before she even thinks about getting closer to you or giving you her heart, she is asking herself one question: can I trust this man with my heart and feel secure? She tests you to find your limits. She wants to know if you'll get angry easily when she challenges you. She wants to see your breaking point. Will you back down from your principles if she puts a little pressure on you? Will you lose your cool if she makes you jealous? These aren't just random acts. They are her way of figuring out if you are a source of stability and strength. She needs to know if you're a man she can rely on, someone who won't crumble under pressure. Understanding this is key to building a strong foundation. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more. And these are not shallow games she plays on you. These are tactics she uses to measure your inner strength. And by the way, these testing tactics are not something she learns. They are instinctive tricks built inside her without education. She was born with them. Her mind does not trust a man based on his words, but based on his stability under the pressure she puts him in. And here lies the tragedy. Most men fail in this moment. They either explode in anger and appear weak, or they give up their masculinity and fall from her eyes without understanding why. These tests are not always done with full awareness from her, but rather are an unconscious instinct driven by her desire for safety. She is not looking for perfection. She wants a man who remains standing and steady when the storm hits him. And if you succeed in this exam with her, be sure that her heart will be in your hands with no resistance from her. Therefore, when a girl tests you, don't get annoyed. Don't justify too much and don't react emotionally. Show her with your mind that you are steady and balanced. And the moment she feels that you do not shake, she will hand you her heart without you even asking for it. The third rule is that a man thinks a woman, when she falls in love, will get closer and open all her doors. But the truth may be shocking to him. When a woman feels deep love, when she feels she loves a man intensely, loves him with a strong and real love, she begins to fear. No, she becomes terrified. Emotional closeness in a woman awakens old fears inside her, fears tied to the past she lived. Whether in her childhood with her family or in a previous relationship, there is no girl in the world who has not experienced the feeling of loss or rejection. These two feelings are among the worst things a girl can live through, and she remains affected by them her whole life. The fear of loss, the fear of rejection, the fear of giving everything and ending up with nothing. For this reason, you will find that instead of getting closer, she might create distance. She might pull back a little, disappear for 2 days, or suddenly seem cold as if she is stepping back from her feelings toward you. The ordinary man interprets this distance as boredom or betrayal. So he chases her more, and that is what makes him lose her. But the man who understands her mind, the man who follows the How to Attract Women series, will know that this distance is not avoidance. It is a defense mechanism. She builds a small wall to observe from behind it. Will you stay with her? Will you remain steady despite her distance? If you stay stable without chasing her, be sure she will return to you with even more strength because she saw that you did not leave her even while she was testing you with distance. And here is the secret. Love for her is not a straight line. It is a circle of closeness and distance. And the more you as a man understand this rhythm, the better you will know how to hold her. Therefore, when you feel she is suddenly pulling away, don't run after her. Let her take her space and she will return on her own. Your calmness in that moment is the greatest proof that you are the safety she has been searching for. The fourth rule is that one of the things that attracts a girl to a man emotionally and also sexually is strength. Strength is what awakens her instincts. Many men think that a woman only wants peace and complete comfort. But what moves the depths of her mind is not just calmness. It is strength. And strength here is not violence or cruelty. Strength means overwhelming presence and unshakable confidence. A man who knows how to control himself, manages emotions, and stands steady in the middle of chaos. He is the man who awakens in her a feeling of attraction. You may find a girl telling you she wants a gentle and calm man, but if she lived with only that, be sure she would get bored and fed up. Continuous peace does not awaken a woman's deep instincts, strength, presence, a confident voice, and confident eyes. These are what awaken inside her a feeling she cannot resist. And here we understand why a woman is always drawn to the mysterious, confident, solid man, and why she pulls away from the man who tries to please her at any cost. Because strength for a girl is not a preference. It is an instinct she searches for, even if she never admits it. Therefore, if you want to remain in her mind and heart, do not be a man who only seeks absolute peace. Be a man who has peace when needed, but at the same time possesses a strength that commands her respect and awakens her desire. The fifth rule is about childhood wounds in a girl and seduction. You must understand very well that a girl's relationship with her father and mother is not just old memories she lived. It is the map that shapes her mind. The way her father treated her, his closeness or distance, his tenderness or his harshness is what later determines how she chooses her partner and how she deals with men. And the mother for a girl is the first model of femininity, the first source of love, and the first mirror that reflects acceptance or rejection. You must understand that the wounds a girl lived through in the past do not disappear. They transform unconsciously into attraction patterns. You may find unconsciously that a girl is drawn to men who awaken her old pains, as if she is trying to fix what happened when she was a child. And you may find that a girl uses seduction not as love, but as a tool, defense, or control. And when you as a man understand these wounds, you will know that the girl's behavior, which seems to you mysterious or contradictory, is not coming from awareness, but is a reenactment of the stories of her childhood that remain unresolved. And for this reason, when you see strange behavior from her, don't judge her. Understand the wound behind it and be sure that the first man who can contain her pain without exploiting it is the one to whom she will reveal her heart truthfully and will give herself without any hesitation. The sixth rule, if you understand it, you have reached the highest level of mastery in dealing with a woman, is to understand very well that the language of the subconscious mind in a girl is much stronger than words. Let me explain it. You may find a woman telling you she is fine while her eyes are filled with sadness. You may find her saying something like, "I want stability," yet at the same time you see her always drawn to a rebellious man. Why? Because her subconscious mind always speaks in a language deeper than words. A girl's subconscious expresses itself consistently in the small details, in a look, in a tone of voice, in a silence longer than usual. Be sure that what a woman says is what she wants to believe or what society considers acceptable. But what she does is what reveals the truth, the much deeper truth. Be sure that her words may fool you easily, but her signals will not. And for this reason, the man who understands a woman's language of signals is always one step ahead. One step ahead of the man who believes only her words. Your entry into her psychological world does not begin with what you hear, but with what you observe through the messages you decode. So do not rely solely on her words. Focus on her actions, her looks, and her silence. Only there will you know what she truly feels and what she wants from you exactly. As for the final rule, which is liberation from chaos, here we reach the peak of the entire map. The real secret is not only to understand her, but to understand yourself as well. Liberation begins when you stop trying to control her mind and start controlling your own reactions. You will never be able to stop her from testing you, expressing her emotions, or falling into her contradictions. But you can choose. Will you collapse with her, or will you remain standing? Be certain that the man who does not control himself becomes a prisoner of the girl, a prisoner of her moods and her chaos. But the man who masters himself is the one who becomes free. And at that moment, everything changes. You no longer wait for reassurance from her because you have become its source. You no longer need her validation of your worth because you live your worth within yourself. You no longer seek attention to prove your presence because you have become complete on your own. Liberation here is the point at which you rise above the whole game. You no longer remain just a man dealing with the fluctuations of a feminine mind. You become the master of yourself, building your own world, a world with no domination and no manipulation. And that is the greatest victory. Realizing that the secret was never only in understanding her, but in elevating yourself above her chaos. In the end, I did not draw the map of the feminine mind to confuse you, but to show you that the real conflict was never with her. The real conflict was inside you. A woman is not an impossible mystery. She is a mirror reflecting either your weakness or your strength. And when you reach that point, you will understand that the secret is not in decoding her, but in building yourself in a way that no test can shake you and no game can break you. And in that moment, you will not be just a man in her life. You will be a world on your own, an unshakable support, and a man who cannot be replaced. And you know what's even better than this map? It is a full online course that teaches you step by step how to attract any woman you want. You'll find a link in the description. This was the Dark Needle.